Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We back in the place for another great episode of Primetime Talk. Let's make this thing happen, man. We in the building. I know we're going to do a little preview of Nebraska. I'm sorry, recap of Nebraska. A preview here of Colorado State coming up. We in the building. We're going to definitely make it happen. I'll get the phone lines going here in a second. But before I do, let you know everything looks good, sounds good. We're ready to rock and roll. Comment section is ready to. It doesn't say Primetime Talk, but I guarantee you it will when you see the cut up. I guarantee you will when you see the cut up. Don't be confused. Huh? Stay with me. Hold my hand. I'll take you through to the promised land. Shout out to you. Much love to Really Flawed in the building. Y'all going to get it to 1,000 subscribers. Stop playing. I think she's only like 30 short. Y'all get on over and hit the button. Anyway, before we get started, real quick for you Colorado fans, I know that they're playing Colorado State coming up here. However, they will be headed to Orlando right here where I am. And if you're headed to the game, if you're Central Florida area, make sure you come and rock out with your boy, Coach Hayes. We got this thing locked down, the most premier spot in Orlando, downtown. It's safe, it's cool. And the Colorado Buffalo parents have been invited. 39 of them have already signed up to come. Coach Hayes footing the bill for that. I pay for them. Y'all come hang out, take pictures, chill, all that good stuff. We'll be right there. You can also get your tickets and everything at CoachHayesFootball.com, or you can check this out right here. Shout out to Coach Prime in the building, as you see it. There you go, baby. There it is, man. So y'all make sure y'all come hang out with us. The information is in the description below, or go to CoachHayesFootball.com. You'll see it right there on the main page and make it happen, man. We are talking about the Colorado Buffaloes here. And this is what it is. This is what it is. We talking about the Colorado Buffaloes. Let's go back to Nebraska. My goodness, I did the good, bad, and ugly. If you haven't checked that out, go check out the good, bad, and ugly. That's what I do, the film review and breakdown on the thing. I review the good plays, the bad plays, and the ugly plays. And there was quite a few of those. But let me look at Colorado versus Nebraska as I do a recap. And we can look at it. The score was 28-10. Team stats here. Colorado had 260 yards total, 244 passing, and 16 yards rushing. And Nebraska had 334, 185 yards passing, 149 yards rushing. And Ham, you shout out, boy. Ham, go to sleep, Ham. Stay out the chat, hey. Stay out. Keep your eyes up here. Eyes up here. But anyway, with that being said, Shedeur suffered, I want to say, 5 sacks in that game last night. Not last night, but the other night. So he suffered 5 sacks in that game, was hit, took a nice shot hit to the face. People call it dirty. I get it. Throw them out the game. They got referees, throw the flag, unfortunately. But with that being said, the big story is the running game. I said this, and again, I told you, I don't want to be I told you so, but I told you so. Offensive line and defense, I have questions about. Everybody, the D-line is better, the O-line is better. Okay. The running backs, Ohio State, don't matter if he ain't on the field. As people say, much love to Charlie Offerdahl. But damn. Coach Prime, you got to help us some, Coach.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man. When it comes, I get it. What are we proving? What are we trying to prove with the Charlie Offerdahl move? Because what I'm seeing is Charlie Offerdahl is here, and you're saying those other guys in that running back room are doing nothing wrong? I mean, doing nothing right? That they're that far off that this is their punishment? This major college football, bro. And I'm all for the teaching young men to become men and teach them the right way. And this ain't 1963, dog. Second is quarterback. You got to help them. I just talked about this. Talked about this in another segment. Nebraska clearly showed you how to help them. You got to run the rock. But here's where people are missing it. You want to run the ball. Fine. It's not the fact they didn't try. It's the fact how you run the ball. There's no creativity. It's null and void. There's nobody pulling. There's no gap scheme. Like when we say gap scheme, I know there's nobody pulling, no counters, no traps. I heard Matt McChesnick speak about this. There's nothing with anybody pulling. There's no wham blocking. It's just inside zone. It's just inside zone. There is nothing creative. Inside zone at this point in football is not a new creation. It's not like people don't know how to defend it or defeat it, rather. It's not like when it first became a big deal. And the thing that's amazing to me is that we are now in the 14th game of this tenure. We can say it looked the same or not, but damn it looked the same. There was no creativity in the run game there. None. And I'm tell you what baffles me about that. This is what baffles me about that. Two different coordinators, two different offenses until they came to Colorado. Go look at a Kent State offense. Go look at a Syracuse offense with Sean Lewis. As much as y'all hate Pat Shermer, and I get it, but go look at his offenses. Go to look at his offenses prior to coming here. And then look at last year's Colorado offensive run. I'm only speaking about the run game. Only the run game. Go look at last year's Colorado offensive run game and look at this year's offensive run game. It looks exactly the same. And I know Coach Phil Loholt done pulled in his life. Pat Shermer done called some gap scheme plays in his life. But maybe we still holding them because we want to be vanilla till we get the conference play. I miss me with that foolishness. Who else? You got 189,000 years of NFL experience. You can't just run the ball to say I'm running the ball. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people do. Well, we ran the ball. How you run the ball. It's how you run the ball. You're going to tell me Tyler Brown can't pull, Khalil Benson can't pull, one of them can't pull. Bro, you talking about major college football, and they pulling cats in middle school. You got people running gap scheme plays in middle school. But here's why I know you can play. You can pull. Because your pass protection had you pulling. Fake the RPO come out, and I saw the two guys pull. Ain't that amazing? Go watch the WRE. I'll show it to you. I mean, not the good, bad, and ugly. When they play action, they showed the guy pull around, but Shador got sacked on it. but he pulled. So you're pulling. This is what I'm about to say. You're pulling the offensive line on pass protection, but we ain't going to pull a guy to run the ball. And this whole notion of everything's going to change next week, coach. It's been 14 weeks. What you saw in North Dakota State is what you saw in Nebraska. The reason it looked bad because Nebraska had better athletes than North Dakota State, and they didn't wear down. Their quarterback didn't hurt them. Dylan Raiola did not hurt them like Jeff Sims hurt Nebraska last year. So when Mike B, I believe, called in last week, and he said, what's the difference? And I said, absolutely nothing. We saw the same exact Nebraska defense last year. The problem is they didn't wear down. Why? Because they ain't had to get out there on the field with the 3 and outs. It was literally that game in reverse. Right? I'll just give an errant throw by Shador right there in the end zone. First of all, why are we throwing it? You're on the 2-yard line. Why are you throwing that far? Most people on the 2-yard line try to get out of there. They so scared they run game, they can't get out of there. But that's why you put the quarterback on the center and run quarterback sneak to get you 3 or 4 yards, just to get you back out the end zone. This is day one coaching, y'all. This is day one coaching. When you backed up on the goal line, on the 1, on the 2-yard line, you can't take a safety. Because here's something else people don't recognize. If you get a holding call by the offensive lineman in the end zone, it's 2 points. It's a safety. It's a safety. So what I'm telling you is this is just day one football. I'm 6 feet. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. I'm 6 feet from a safety. But I'm lining up 5 yards deep. I'm lining up 15 yards deep in the end zone so I could throw it. Drive that thing forward. This week is what we didn't see last week, playing behind the sticks, because North Dakota State didn't get the amount of sacks. Once you get those kind of sacks and you get pushed behind the sticks, now your routes have to be longer. I saw this last year, and I see it this year. Watch this. 3rd and 1. This is all in the good, bad, and ugly. Shador takes the shot to Will. I almost said Will Smith. What's the young man came from Vanderbilt? 14. Will. 3rd and 1. Took the deep shot. He catches it. Great job. It's 3rd and 14. They run all hitches in front of the 14-yard mark. I'm telling you, it's mind-blowing, bro. In the same 14, Shepard, thank you, Chad. In the same 14, catches the slant inside and gets tackled short of the sticks because everybody running short routes. Nothing pressed the yellow line. 3rd and 1, we going for the gusto. Hey, I get it. You connected. Nothing wrong with that. 3rd and 14, let's run a 5-yard route. Yeah. Nothing pressing, clearing guys out to throw the slant underneath. See, again, I'm not mad at the slant. I'm mad that there's nothing else to clean out. So when you catch the slant, he can run because he almost made it. But you got to remember, another guy's coming this way. But if I clear this route out and he comes underneath, I can now make it. Now, I hate this for Colorado. I really do. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but I hate to see this. There's something I'll finally agree with Shine on is those players deserve better. This is too much talent being underutilized due to poor coaching. Well, Shine, whether you said it or not, you come on here a lot, so you're going to take it. You're the messenger today. I'm not going to allow you to say that. You know why I'm not going to allow you to say that, Sean? And because you're the messenger, then take that back to the people. When you have people like myself trying to say, hey guys, take it easy, listen, y'all don't want to listen. Now y'all want to blame somebody. I told you this is going to happen. When it don't work out, you're going to blame people. And now it's the coaches again. Now it's the coaches. Last year, it was the coaches. They tried to sabotage the program. This year, it ain't working. It's the coaches. So the coach is that bad with 159 something years of coaching NFL experience? Now they that bad? They can't. Huh? Maybe it's the gold jacket. That's what I try to tell you. A gold jacket means you won games. A gold jacket don't mean you're winning games. That's all I'm trying to tell you. A gold jacket don't mean you're going to win games. It means you won games as a player. It's different. It is completely different. I've said this 100 times. I ain't going to beat this dead horse. Just because you were valedictorian doesn't mean you could be the principal. Just because you was the top sniper in the Army don't mean you could be the general. It's a different animal. It's completely different. And that's what's happening now. This is what we're getting right here. His fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. Now they jumping on Coach Flea. Y'all mad at Coach Flea. And Coach Prime clearly put Charlie Offerdahl at 1. This is what I'm y'all mad at Coach Flea. And he said himself, he put Charlie Offerdahl at the 1 spot. But y'all need to blame somebody. Y'all ain't got to the head coach yet. We in that game 8, 9, and 10. Y'all need to point a finger at somebody because your expectations are not being met. You're embarrassed. You at the barbershop, the water cooler, the coffee pot at work, whatever. Well, Prime gonna do this, Prime. And now, guess what happened when you went to work Monday? John, what happened, dog? And now you got to explain. So guess what you do now? Man, coaches, they suck. You weren't saying that a month ago. That's all I'm saying. You weren't saying that a month ago. See, when you have your expectations up here for a break, and again, this is still a baby program. When you come in here and y'all be listening to them people blowing smoke up your behind, giving you anal cancer, huh? It's hard to sit down right now, ain't it? It's hard to sit down right now because you went around regurgitating what they said to you, and now you look like an idiot at the company picnic. Mary, what happened? The coaches. Coach Flea. Coach Flea sucks. Coach Flea sucks. Coach Flea didn't put Charlie Offerdahl there. I tell you, I seen this movie. We just wore it in orange and green. Now it's in gold and black. Y'all got to tighten up. Butterfly in the building. What's up? Really flawed. You still here hanging out. So guess what? You like what you're working with. I love it. All right. Butterfly, talk to me. King Kyle, this is Prime. Let the good running back transfer. Again, right? Shout out to Juan Manuel. Coach, anal cancer don't sound good, not even on planet Uranus. That's a good one, Juan. That's a good one. But back to what I was saying about this before I move on to Colorado State. Keep believing. But do you see? Do you see? And that's all I want to say about it. I'll go ahead and build a queue. I know y'all ready to chop it. Y'all ready to get on my head if y'all want to call in. 862-799-9956. We're talking about Colorado recap of Nebraska, preview of Colorado State. Here's where I go going forward. Going forward with Colorado State. I said this the other night. I think I was in Rawhide Discord. I still believe Colorado should win this game by 3 touchdowns. Clearly. I don't know what the line is. Can somebody tell me what the line is? I said 3 touchdowns. They only got it. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. No, that's the wrong. Not 7.5. Bro, they got this game 7.5. 7.5, bro. That's an insult. That's an insult. I say 3 touchdowns. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that to be realistic. Now, here's what I will say about Colorado. Colorado could win this game by 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. I don't care. But they will lose. They can win on the scoreboard. Just follow me. Follow what I'm about to say. They can win on the scoreboard 55-10. But if they don't use this game to create a creative running game, they've lost. I hope that makes sense. Follow what I just said. Colorado State could win 55-10. Shador throw for 450 yards. They got 26 yards rushing. Yeah, they won this game. They won this battle. But they're going to lose this war. And the war is the season. Hear what I just said to you. If they don't find a way in this game to pull people, counters, traps, motions, tight ends. Hell, they went and got the big boy from Ohio State. Use him. If Colorado doesn't do that, even though they whip them 55-10, they've lost. They won the game, but they lost the war. Because if you don't do it against this team, it's your last easy W. Cincinnati don't even look like an easy W anymore. It doesn't. Cincinnati people looking, oh, yeah, we're going to run through Cincinnati. Yeah, we're the greatest. Cincinnati might give you the blues. The Bearcats might come in there and give you the blues. I'm just saying. 2871, give me 1 second. So if you go in there playing around, and not trying to be methodical with your play calling, I'm telling you, Shador can't take those hits. I've said that before. You can see the frustration in his face. You saw the frustration in Travis' face. And here's the thing about that kind of deal. When it's good, right? But when it's bad and it's not clicking, I said that before. You got to have another way when your quarterback is not on. Remember I said that? How many of y'all ever went to work every day and been 100% at your job? No, if you raise your hand, put your thumbs up in the chat, you liar. There's nowhere in the world you've been on fire every day you went to work. Just on your game. You on the keyboard, killing it. You know what I'm saying? Your presentation just flawless. Never. It's the same thing in football. That one day that your game is off just a little bit, can't catch a rhythm, who's there to help you? Your run game? How? You got 0 damn yards. 0. Nada. Zilch. None. It's not because you didn't try. Yeah, they ran the ball 22 times. But it's how you attack the game. No creativity. 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1, whatever it is with Charlie. You got 4 wide, you motion 5 over. They showing you the box. This is in the good, bad, and ugly. They showing you. You got 5 receivers. I just want to walk through this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your old lineman. The running back and the quarterback. You motion the guy over. All they did was walk the safety down. They still got a 7-man box. You still outnumbered. That motion did absolutely nothing. What, you thought it was going to rotate the entire defense? Come on, y'all. Come on. And so when Sean say those kids deserve better, this right here is the story your mama was telling you about. Huh? Remember that? For all my ladies out there? This the dude right here that your daddy was telling you about. Don't date him. He'll break your heart. No, but Dad, he's a nice guy. Nah, baby, trust me. I done seen him before. But father, he said he loves me. Baby, I'm telling you, leave that dude alone. I done been around the block. But no, father, you just don't want to see me happy. All right, baby, go ahead. Do your thing. But don't come back and say I told you so. And you go out there, before you know it, that boy out there with Michelle getting loose. Huh? That boy out there with Michelle getting loose. And you come running back to daddy talking about, but daddy, he broke my heart. And you know what your daddy say? Baby, I told you. I told you. That's all I'll say. Colorado State, I think I'm going to come to you guys. Give me 1 second. Colorado State, I do believe that Colorado should beat them by at least 21 points. I don't think they have the same talent they had last year, even though it's new. I still think Colorado should be in shape to beat them. But I don't want this to be a false positive. What do I mean by a false positive? Meaning you win the game, but you didn't try to win the war. You're playing week by week and not playing for the season. That's going to be huge. All right, 2871. I just had this call earlier. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Coach, Keenan from the bag again.
Oh, man. Keenan, what's up, man?
Man, look, you was spot. Look, you hit on some points that I wanted to hit on. You took some of my shit from me, so I gotta go back to my plan A's and B's when you talk about. But to your comment about them being better, you gotta remember, Shador's gone. I think the other safety is gone for the first half of the game.
Shador's gone. Shador's gone.
I'm sorry. Shallow's gone.
Oh,
Shallow's gone, and the other safety is gone for the first half of the game, I think.
No, you're talking about the linebacker Trevor Wood. Trevor Wood is good.
Linebacker. Okay,
he got put out. He got put out. He got lucky. He got put out like a 40-some seconds before the half. So long as you get put out the first half, he's good. He should be able to come in and play right away.
But so my thing is this. I know number 5 for Colorado State. I forgot his name. I know he's gone. I think he transferred or he's in the league now. Okay. But he's on defense. He's on defensive line from last year. He's the one that had a highlight tape against that O-line last year.
Number 8. You talking about Kamara?
That boy Horton is still there. So that right there is a problem in itself because, like I said, it's funny how Colorado. I think I want to say Oregon and Colorado State showed you how to beat Colorado last year. All mesh routes concepts, and now they can't stop a dual threat quarterback, knowing that you got at least 6 dual threat quarterbacks in the Big 12 this year. So they fucked either way in that sense, but my thing is this: like, I get what somebody was saying about the boys deserve better, but there's no dog like in them. Like Colorado had everybody fooled, like with this whole you filming the practices and all this shit, talking about where iron sharpens iron and all this other stuff. If mid is going against mid, how can you get better?
So here's what I'll say about that. But here's what I'll say: I'm not mad. But what I'm trying to tell people is that's what they have. I hear people are saying they got 10 NFL and they got guys, stop it. And I've said this before. I'm not trying to be funny. I've said this before the season. It doesn't work that way. Like,
nope.
Right. Thank God Weaver got an undrafted free agency opportunity. But he didn't even get drafted. He put up 900. He had more yards than some people who got drafted. Oh, now it's his injury. Some people got drafted injured. What I'm telling you is that draft works so crazy. I try not to figure it out because you can't. You can't figure out. I mean, unless you're talking about the top
popularity
contest. Yeah, the top 10 players, of course. But as the things start weaving through, you don't know what they need. But I'm not going down that rabbit hole. Here's what I'm saying. But I just want to say this part.
Yeah.
The thing about Colorado coming up is there's two elements I talked about: newness and injury. And look at this Nebraska, how physical that game was. How many players were out in that game? They didn't. I think Coach Prime said, of course, Shiloh's out. The running back number 7 is I think he's out or he's limping around.
That's the white boy, right?
No, number 7, Hayden from Ohio State.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He dinged up his knee. He dinged up his ankle, I believe. You had Craig last week was out with the concussion protocol. Luckily, he came back this week. The Hodge, I believe, the cornerback, excuse me, he's out. This is already happening, bro. And they're going to get more physical as this goes on.
Oh, yeah.
Shador got banged up. He left early. And here's what you people got to understand, because I knew right here it's going to get a little more intensive with the phone line. But you have turned, because of who you are as Colorado, you can blame it what you want to blame. When they hit your behind, they put a little more oomph on it because you're Colorado, because you're Deion Sanders, because you are Shiloh Sanders, because, bro, do you know that dude could have tried to make a move on Shiloh Sanders at Nebraska? And I'm in the Discord, like, come on, dog, make him miss. He like, hell no, I'm finna run his A over. It was one-on-one open field. He ran straight through him when he could have tried to make him miss, because I'm finna punish you. There's jealousy and envy in there too. You got kids who don't have them NIL deal. No, I ain't got no Porsche truck. No, I don't have no this. I don't got no KFC commercial either. No, I don't have no Google commercial. But damn it, when I get my chance to put this helmet on your behind, I'm gonna make you pay for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like in that Nebraska game, literally, how Nebraska is getting pressured with 3-man rushes. Even when they had 7 they had a 7-man lineup, a running back and a tight end stand back. They still were getting constant pressure. And then when Nebraska let up, because at certain points in that defensive team, they were letting up. They literally did the same fucking defense and sending a linebacker to blitz. And for some reason, Colorado, for like you said, 14 to 16 games now, don't have good communication because nobody picked up the linebacker every time they blitzed the linebacker. Like it's little things that have me baffled. And then Deion on the sideline looks like he low-key wipes his hands with the whole situation and lets his coordinators make all the fucking decisions. He just stand there as a talking head. Like, well, listen, man. It's one big clusterfuck.
I'll just say this, brother. I'll say this. That's his boat. He can sail it to open water. He can take it into the iceberg and call it a Titanic. I'm not here that. What I'm here to say is what I see is what I see. I said 6-6. I'm not trying to be that guy. Bro, if they go 10-0, 10 or whatever, 9-0, I'll stand on the platform and guess what? Coach Hayes still gonna be here the following week. I'm not finna change.
Yeah.
But it's one of the things. I've been doing it 25 years. I'm not saying I'm the guru here, but when you see something, you see something. You know what I mean? Exactly. And to me, the story is now being read aloud. And now what I've always said this, and I got to push on because we got more callers in the building. What I've said before is, here comes the blame game. It's coming.
Oh yeah.
It's coming. I'm telling you, they knocking Flea head off. Coach Flea don't know what he's doing. Bro, Prime put 44 there. Think about it. Do you think Flea? Do you think Flea? Let me ask you a legit question. Do you think Flea decided to put Draylon Miller there, the first player to drive against North Dakota State? No. That was schemed. Do you think Flea? Yep. He clearly said, but you got to blame somebody. So who do you blame? The low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
And that's how this game works. And eventually you're gonna get tired. They done tore Hart up. They done tore Mathis up. Now they tearing Flea up. Because they're the old coaches from the old regime from Jackson State. Who they gonna go to next? They just ain't got tired of anybody else. They gonna get tired of Robin Livingston too.
They run out of heads. They run out of heads on that. But yeah, I'll give I say Colorado should win it just off a bit of talent. I think it's a 10 to 14 point win, honestly. But don't be surprised if you see some shit from last year with the boy Horton going off and they got some.
No, I just don't know if they have enough defense, bro.
Going off.
I had to be honest with you. Unless they got another Kamara type dude, unless they got one. Because think about it. Let's call a spade a spade. That dude was a real difference maker in that game, and I don't know if they have enough.
Oh yes.
And I don't know,
right.
and that's why I say that. Can they score? I think Colorado defense probably good enough to keep them out of that scoring. But again, hell, I may be wrong. But I think Colorado should.
Colorado State can't run either.
Yeah, I think Colorado State should beat them. Colorado should beat Colorado State by 21 points easily. So 7.5. I guess I'll be like Paul Feinbaum, book it, and then be wrong as the day is long on the Cal Auburn game. But man, I got to run, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir, Coach. As always, man. Have a great one.
You too, man. Thank you, brother. All right, here we go. 6311, 6311. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
How you doing, Coach?
I'm good. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, that's Dr. Stallings, man, calling back.
Dr. Stallings, what's up, brother?
Man, you on point. I'm gonna keep it short.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're on point. You know, I got to call a spade. I think this team's gonna get better with Shiloh gone. I think they're gonna get better because Coach Deion preaches his work hard. Shiloh been starting since he's been over there, and players see that. Shiloh, I always watch some of their practices on Well Off. He's always doing something.
Okay.
So the players get a chance to come on, man, come on. And he's not the best player on the team. And I think when Coach Prime, when Travis and Shadur leaves, he would do his best coaching because emotionally he attached to those guys. He want to see those guys do well at the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when I'm disagreeing with Coach Prime, when you played 40 years ago, practice was different. You had to bust somebody's skull to play. Times are different. They're not like us. You have to play the best player. That Charlie Offerdahl, that's a great Rudy story. You start him the first series against North Dakota. You don't bring guys from Ohio State and Arkansas to bag up a walk-on. You know how disrespectful that breaks your team up. Like, are you kidding me? Now, then you got the young boy Wesley who's been a linebacker all his life, and you starting a blown-up safety, Woods, and guys positions, man. I played sports before, man. Guys start to talk. The best players are not on the field. All this work hard, man. A lot of guys work hard. I play basketball. A lot of guys work hard. They make a lot of shots in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Game come, they can't make practice. They can't make a shot.
Mm-hmm.
The best players have to play. Everybody's not a great practice player. Now, I'm going down, Coach. I'm going down with my dogs. I'm going all this. You got to practice hard, man. Listen, I just say enough film, man. Get them guys out of that. Until he start playing them guys, and I'm starting to worry a little bit about the Marion Millers who've been there 2 years ain't playing. I'm starting to worry.
I still don't know why that dude disappeared. Bro, Marion Miller was what, 7 for 190, something like that, or whatever at the USC game. And we ain't seen him no more since. I mean, of course he played, but
Coach.
We ain't seen him again since.
Come on, Coach. So
I don't know, bro.
When I start hearing, and
Charlie Offerdahl. I mean, shout out to Charlie Offerdahl, but he comes to practice and he does everything right. He's on the field.
Hey man, listen, that's right to you, man. Man, listen, he ain't no threat.
Well, our media says different.
That's like listen, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Putting a white guy at running back is almost like putting a white guy at cornerback.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Rocky days, man.
I can't say that.
Out there, man.
I can't say that.
And say that again.
I can't say that. But what I get where you're going.
Listen, man.
No,
Chicago, man. We keep it real up here, man.
I'm keeping it real too. No, I done seen some. I done seen some white boys get busy. I'm just saying.
But they ain't getting busy. But they ain't getting busy with Colorado, man.
That's fair. I can take that. Okay, you're right.
Man, no, man. So it's getting critical. What's happening is with Deion, with all these, every time they open up a practice, he got these prayers going on. You got to play for your family. What happened is, as a coach, you've been a coach before. When you start losing, man, they start to tune you out.
There you go. That's losing a lot.
They're going to tune you out, man. All that you playing, you a dog, you playing for your family, you playing for your children, you playing for the hood. Man, that stuff after a while, you ain't playing me, and I'm better than the guy in front of me. What's motivating me? Woods and the offer dog should not see the floor no more this year. That experiment is over with. You can't trick people with that no more. Those were great stories. Lose or start those two guys. And with Coach Prime and his demeanor, they have to win now. Hell with all that, how you practice, the best players playing, man. We'll worry about that later. You worry about that later. That's old Florida State football.
I can tell you this.
Bobby Bowden put the best players out there.
I can tell you this. 41 got busy. What's his name? Hill Green from Michigan.
Yeah.
He was active.
Absolutely.
He was hella active. I'm like, is that because the odd number 41, throw you off. So I'm like, who is that? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, he was all he made some mistakes, but he was active. Yeah.
Absolutely. You starting guys, it don't make sense. You're starting guys that was 111 before you got there. The only thing they know how to do is lose.
Damn.
You don't start two guys, Offerdahl and Woods. You don't start them guys. That's all they know how to lose. That's all they ever done there. You don't hit my field. I'm sorry. I pay for your education. No, you're not running out there. And I bet the spread, man. When I saw Woods and Offerdahl run out there, man, I could have died right there. I'll say we're in a world trouble. Bro,
I'm gonna say this because I actually literally I apologize. I didn't do my homework, so I'm telling on myself. But I'm gonna get this next caller. Call him 9979. Come to you. Give me 1 second. Colorado State played Northern Colorado, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had 246 yards rushing, 180 yards passing. Colorado State, the running back, had 10 for 89, 10 for 67, and 8. So they ran that ball. 3 different people carried that ball, I would say maybe significantly. And he was 17 for 26 for 180. Now, let me go to the Texas box score. Let's look at this. They ran for 118. I mean, of course, they overmatched by far, but they ran for 118 and 74 yards passing. However, dog, this is what I like. Look what they did. Yep, Colorado State. Justin Marshall, number 29, carried the ball 25 times for 106 yards, 4.2 yards a carry against Texas. Shout out to Really Flaw. I appreciate you. Look at that. Dang. So I looked down. She said, "You're welcome." Thank you for that, Really Flaw. I looked down and saw it. That's scary, dog, because people may think, as I look at this, people may think they're going to come in here and try to throw the ball around the yard like they did last year, and they may come in here and bring in the Marine Corps and dink and dunk, because that's what Nebraska did. Nebraska pounded the rock and told the quarterback, just don't hurt us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to say this, and I'm looking at Deion. I like Prime. I'm going to say this. He's getting a little more disrespectful. What happened, he's so sensitive, they start asking questions. They ask him one question. Say, man, you've been here 13 games, and nobody has carried the ball over 10 times or 12 times since you've been here. Coach, how you going to stop the run? He keeps talking about his 8 men in the front, in the box. Hey, man, run the ball.
But it's not running the ball. But hold on. I got to say this, Doc. It's not about running the ball. It's about how you run it. They ran the ball on third. See, that's the misconception. When you just talking, when people don't say you, I'm saying when the coach is just talking to talk, it sounds right. I'm with Prime. I get it. I get what he's saying about the numbers in the box, heavy box, light box. I get all that. But it's how you run the ball. It's about numbers. You split it down the middle. Can I get, I got a guard center. A guard tackle. How can I get 3 to this side? I may pull a guy. I may bring a guy, whatever. Mm-hmm. But here's what I tell people. You can't say it don't work if you ain't never tried it.
Thank
They haven't tried in 2 games. I looked at all of the running plays. Not one time have they pulled anybody to see if it even works.
Absolutely. Okay.
That's all I'm
there,
saying.
Thank you,
man.
Coach.
Thank
I ain't
you,
gonna
brother.
hold you up.
No, you got it.
Man, keep spitting that fire. Keep speaking that truth. Call it like you see it. Man, if it ain't right, you tell the people, man. They'll appreciate you later.
Yes, sir.
All
Real
right,
quick, Doc. Real quick. I want to ask you before you go, real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What's your score prediction for this week?
27-17. I think we 27-17.
The Colorado win?
Yeah,
Okay.
Colorado. I think we got better players than them.
Okay.
I think this is. They don't want to say this, but this is a must game for Colorado. This
Gotcha.
is a must game.
Gotcha. All right. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, Coach. Talk with you later.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. 9979 coming to you. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach?
What's going on?
I need 3 slaps real quick.
All right. Who is this? Who I'm slapping?
Dre.
Oh, I'm gonna slap Dre. All right. D. I got one for you. R. And watch this, Dre. Check out the E. Take that one to the head. What's up with you, Dre?
Yeah, that felt good. Hey, what's up, Coach? Hey, I gotta talk to you from you're a coach, you're a head coach. I'm gonna be short and sweet. You're a coach.
Ain't no rush. You're the only one on the lines. We can have fun with it, Dre.
And I'm a player. You know what I'm saying? I went JUCO and I went D1. But I want to talk to you
All right.
as far as you've been in the head coach, my friend. I've been in the JUCO in a D1 mindset player.
Okay.
My first thing is I took some points. All right. First thing is coach's chemistry with the OC. The head coach chemistry with the OC and his coaches. Like we see that. We see it as players. We, you know what I'm saying? You got coaches that get into it with other coaches, and we see all that. So they kind of play on, you know, it's our mindset, okay? I go into detail, but I ain't gonna do that. Like, if y'all can feel my drift, y'all play ball, y'all can kind of just tap into it.
You from the West Coast, Dre?
So I'm trying to break that
you from
down.
the West Coast?
Sir?
You from the West Coast?
No, I'm from Texas.
Okay.
I went to Navarro College in Corsicana, Texas. It's just south of Dallas.
All right. Go ahead. Talk to me.
When Cam Newton played, all that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we got that, and then we got coaches blaming players. All right, now that could just go so far because like the players, we not done. We know what schemes work. You know what I'm saying? As far as what we do, you gotta go off your talent on your team. All right, now we got practices and schemes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just to break that down a little bit. What we did was we did walkthroughs. We did walkthroughs for our O linemen. We did walkthroughs as far as, you know what I'm saying, the backs, and we did walkthroughs for the quarterbacks on their reads. On the defensive side, you know, I played DB and I played receiver, so I can understand both sides on that end.
Okay.
So we had walkthroughs for the receivers, and then we also had walkthroughs for our DBs. We got cover 1, cover 2, cover 4, cover 5, you know, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think looking at their last practices instead of running up and down, I mean, yeah, that's cool and all, but you know, it's always good for the O-lineman to walk through they blitzes, who they calling out, what they see according to the team that they about to play. All right. So I'm just trying to keep that as far as gaps and coverages. Running. When I went to Navarro and I played D1 ball, I was a receiver and I played DB, of course. But having a running back, I saw the importance of having running backs. We have 4 deep running backs from East Texas. We have from Dallas, and we had Houston. We had from Louisiana. And we also had linemen that came in from Texas and everything before they transferred out and went to Oklahoma State. Okay. And one thing I talked to my buddy that went to Oklahoma State when he played with Dez Bryant is I asked him, "Would you play for Prime?" I'm not hating on him, but it's a certain style and a certain way that you got to treat those old linemen for you to gain their trust. Mm-hmm. And I think that Deion didn't do that. So my question is to you is, just looking at everything, it seemed like they kind of getting fed up with Deion. So what do you think about that? I don't know if you kind of just
you mean the players as a whole? You mean the players as a whole?
I'm just talking about far as just them people at Colorado.
That's what I'm saying.
Fans,
Are you talking about the
fans
entire team, or you specifically talking about the O-line? I know you kind of talked about both.
Well, I can see that because let me break it down to you. Okay, when I saw the O-line coach, not the O-line coach, but the OC, the last game against Nebraska on the sideline. See, a lot of those people on NBC, they like to put the camera on them and then they shine it away from them. Because when you see that camera on that OC, the OC from Colorado, he seemed kind of frustrated to me. He seemed frustrated to me. And that's why I said that players, we see that in practice, how coaches interact with one another. And that can really just see the vibe of the team.
All right, Dre. So here's what I'll say. I can't tell you yes or no. It is only week 2 if you've lost the team. What I will say is the eyebrows have raised on some players. Whether they're
disagree, coach.
Okay, I know, but you asked me, so I'm just telling you where I am right now.
Yeah.
Because I have to tell you this. I don't watch well-off media like that. I really don't. So I don't look at that as a comparison. I look at the football games. So I can't say I looked at well-off and I saw this person interact with that person or I saw this. Now, I'm going to tell you something I did catch, and I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying it's an observation. When I was breaking down the good, bad, and ugly for Colorado, there was a clip where like the O-line was trying to say something and Shedeur pushed the dude. I don't know if y'all saw that. I'm just bringing it up.
Right.
I don't know their relationship. Maybe they have that relationship. Just like on the sideline, when Shedeur, when he threw the ball to Travis and Travis, I couldn't catch, he said, I don't give a F, but that's their relationship. So I don't know. I'm just making that observation. I'm saying it's week 2. I am not saying that the locker room is lost, but what I will say to you, and especially with the social media climate the way it is, where these players' ears are wide open because of their phones. See, before, all you had to worry about as a player was the newspaper dude talking trash about you. That one columnist, the one guy that Prime don't want to talk to, he was the hater. Now it's millions of them at you. They can at you on Twitter. They can follow you. They can, man, you trash, you this. So it's 1,000 people poking needles at you. It's almost like death by 1,000 cuts. But here's what I will say about this today. Some eyebrows have been raised. Now, this is why I say a false positive would be a 55-10 win against Colorado State, but you don't implement a creative running scheme. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy after that win. You're gonna be on a high horse that week, and then the following week, it may happen all over again. You got to create a creative running scheme. That's just where I am with it. But go ahead, man. We got 2 more callers calling in. So go ahead, brother. You more than
okay.
welcome.
Let me ask you something real quick.
Sure.
You coach. That's why I feel like you kind of been soft on him because I feel like you've been a head coach and you know what you know.
Okay.
It seems like it don't take you long. Me being a player, I can see what I see. You know what I'm saying? And you've been a head coach. I feel like you holding back. You feel me, for your own personal reasons.
But Dre, why do you? Okay, Dre, stop. Hold on. Let's stop there.
But Dre, as a head coach, though.
But Dre, stop right there because we talked about this before. Let's break this down. You said I'm being soft. What is it you want to hear me say? Well, if you could put the words in, if you could write the script for me, what do you want? What would you want Coach Hayes to say? If I had to read off the teleprompter,
it's all about you being a head coach. And you know how the process is as far as being a head coach, and you know that's not right. Like
I've talked about it though, Dre. But you stop. This is where we missing our point. I've said it. I'm asking you, how do you want me to say it? I clearly just did a whole monologue up here for 20 minutes.
You didn't say Dion is not you got to keep real sometimes. Like Dion is not a good head coach. He's not using his players like he's supposed to. Like I know you're saying in other words, but at the same time, it's like you being a head coach, you got to call it for what it is.
But what do you want? I'm asking you, Dre.
Coach Hayes, he's like at the end of the day, he messing it up. He been this famous figure. He messing it up for other black coaches. He messing it up. Whether
I've said that, but I've also said that
for our black coaches.
I've said this too, though, Dre. I've said that. Guess what? First of all, ain't no black coaches getting a job because Dion got a job. I said that. I know that's the narrative put out there. You think Syracuse said, "Ooh, I'm gonna hire Fran Brown because Deion Sanders got a job"? Hell no. Ain't nobody said.
He
said.
gotta learn how to handle the team. Like, man, come on. I'm not even for just white people like that, but they know how to talk to their players. They know how to get them on their page. Like, he don't know that. Of course, because he's all about Shador. And he's trying to get him to the league. That's what I think.
But even that, he's going to the league. Like people say, he's trying to get him to the league. I think
he's going to the league. Yes, he is.
So if he's going to the league,
but at the same time,
yeah. But here's where my problem.
Getting about the other players on the team.
Now I can agree with that. I do agree with that, Drake. I've said that though. I said these other players, when they talk about take care of them, it ain't about that. You got to win ball game, right? Dylan Hayden didn't come here to learn how to be a man. I learned how to be a man through this process of trying to win ball games. Right.
I'll be a man for my own father, my own, you know what I'm saying? People ain't got daddies in their life. Like, I don't need nobody for us to know nothing on my son. You teach my son how to play the game.
Right. So here's what, but this is what I tried to tell you last week. I said, Dre, brother, I done told you to play already. But you want me to tell you, oh, he cheating you out your money. I done told you to play already. I done told you this is what it is. This the scam. This is what it is. I've said that. I've called them grifters. I did all of this. I used all kind of terminology. But I don't know what else you want me to say. Hell, I done slapped him.
Nah, you good. You doing what you're supposed to do. I'm just saying, like, sometimes the coach, man, like, he earned the game, bro. Like, he earned the game for the black coaches, bro. I don't care what nobody say. He is. You know what I'm saying? And then if you've been a black coach, it's something you're supposed to hold people accountable about, because he messing up people like you and making up people, messing up people that look like you. You know what I'm saying? And other people that come after you, like, now y'all call that for what it is, because you know what I'm saying? You let him just run with that pass, they ain't doing and messing it up, bro. To me.
I feel you, dog. Well, Dre, let me do this. You can hang out. I actually like having you on, man. You can hang out.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you good, dog. I actually like having this conversation. But yeah, you can call in, hang out, come back, whatever. But let me get through these other calls.
I'm gonna hang out.
All right.
Yes, sir. All right. Bye.
All right. 40. We're going to 6393. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, this is Mike from Texas. It seems like I always get to follow Dre. I did it on Saturday.
Oh, really?
It is again.
All right.
Yeah. I'm calling back. I know we had our little discussion on Saturday, Coach, but once again,
refresh me though, brother. Please Coach, refresh me a little bit.
When y'all gonna get them? When Miami gonna get them Nike uniforms back?
Oh, let me slap you. All right, I'm back. I remember you now. All right, talk to me.
Okay. Yes, sir. All I'm saying is that we had a discussion, and I know at the end of it, I know you had a lot of calls. And what I wanted to say with the Nick Saban comment is in the offseason, Deion needed to go get an offensive line. And we know they're paying these players. So what I'm saying is I know you said that was the best they can get.
Right.
But was that the best they can get because the money they allotted to them, or did they go out and get better offensive tackles? Because everybody was paying offensive tackles in the offseason. So that's why I'm saying is that instead of putting it towards DBs and wide receivers, what's going to make Shador an overall number one pick is his offensive line, which I was going to give Pat Shurmur, because I thought they was going to run more of a pro-style offense. Because regardless of what Shador does, if he wants to get to the lead, he needs to show these teams that he can run a pro-style offense. Now, you can twinkle in, 4 or 5 set wide outs and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. My issue is that you sat here and said you needed an offensive line. You didn't go pay for an offensive line, but we saw you bring in 8 more receivers, 6 more DBs. So if offensive line was that crucial, I would think you would have recruited more of those instead of relying on a freshman just saying that he was going to solidify your offensive line.
Right. So here's what I'll tell y'all. But here's what I'll say to you quickly about this. I've said this before about Coach Prime. Sometimes he talks too much. You say things, and what happens is you put your foot in your mouth because what you said and you thought was going to happen backfires, meaning a contract doesn't get signed, maybe another dude offers somebody something else, right? So, for example, when he came out and said, my defensive coordinator going to have NFL experience, who they thought they were going to get, because nobody ever heard of Robert Livingston. Let's call a spade a spade. Nobody heard of him. Not taking any shots at him. But that's not the names that were floating around. So once you go out there and say, my coordinator going to have NFL experience, and the guys that was on the wood fall off for whatever reason, whether they don't want to come, they couldn't work out contract negotiations, another team picks them up, you are now stuck with what? You're getting a guy from the NFL with no experience. Because you said, my coordinator is going to have NFL experience. That's my point. So sometimes if you just be quiet and work and let people come, there's no expectation. When you go out and say we get the best O-line, I'm going to go to answer this quickly. I feel the O-line they got was the best that they could get that would come. The top-notch names, the Caden Proctors, they're not going to come to Colorado. Would you risk, let me ask you this, would you risk your college career at Colorado coming from a program of that caliber, being that caliber of player? Would you risk? Would you have your son risk? So therefore, no.
Wait, coach, you got to remember, people, pass up. He went back to Iowa, and Alabama threw him another bag to get him come back to Alabama.
I know, but he went to Iowa because that's also where he's from. But he went to Iowa.
That's where, he's from Iowa, but if you're scouted to be a number one, I mean, he's going to be a first-round pick whenever he comes up eligible. So what I'm saying is that I'm not saying you're going to go get that guy or that guy. What I'm saying is that was your focus really on fixing the offensive line this offseason, or was you just trying to get DBs? Because it still seemed like he's still building outside in.
It seems that way, but I think that everybody that was coming through didn't come. Remember the kid that was supposed to come from here and he ended up going to Oregon? That was an old lineman. A lot of them did not come. This is the best available. I'm just being honest. So they didn't come. So it's hard to get those kind of guys.
So this is what I would ask, Coach. So with everything that's going on, and he knows that you need an offensive and defensive line to win games. So why aren't these kids coming to Colorado? Because you're going to get the same exposure, because that's the one thing that Colorado, regardless of what Feinbaum said, Colorado's available. They're always on television. They must watch TV. Win, lose, regardless if you love the man or hate him, you're going to watch Colorado Saturday.
So here's my question to you right quick before I get to the caller. Yeah, but here's my question. Exposure means nothing, bro. That exposure word to me in football from a college perspective is the worst BS ever. You know why? Because it's only 32 eyeballs that count. That's it. I
understand that, Coach. I totally agree with you. Coming from a football fan, I totally agree.
Yeah. So the exposure means.
But we know that those kids. But I know these kids rely on that. That's why Georgia can go get whatever player they want. That's why Alabama can go get, because they know they're going to have the exposure. I know.
All right. So you watch college football? I know, but you watch college football?
That's the only thing I watch. Who's the can't stand the NFL.
Who's your team?
The University of Texas.
So
we struggled until we got Stark in.
That's fine. Who's the right guard for Georgia then?
Oh, I don't have no idea.
Proof in the pudding right there. You just said Georgia get all the exposure, and you don't even know who the right guard for Georgia is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, but my point. Hold on. But my point. Hold on. Wait a minute. But my point. My point. Oh, wait a second, brother. Wait a minute. My point to you was, when it comes to the offensive line play, what exposure? That's the University of Georgia, #1 team in the nation.
And I guarantee you, in the last 5-7 years that Kirby Smart been coaching Georgia, they got more offensive linemen in the NFL probably didn't.
But that's not due to
with Alabama.
I know, but that's not due to exposure to television. That is the scouts. That's my point. The scouts don't watch ESPN. The scouts may watch the game, but they're going to go to the film. So when they go to look at Colorado, if you're a ball player, they're going to go to the film. So the exposure I'm saying, when I say it's a gimmick in a game, the exposure is for fans. The 32 eyeballs I'm talking about are the GMs or the scouts for these 32 NFL teams. And if you're good, they're going to find you. How about this? The #1 defensive back, the cornerback from Toledo? Who get more exposure? Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama or the kid from Toledo? They picked the kid from Toledo. And I don't even know his damn name.
Well, this is the well, I ain't say the NFL draft room is not crazy because they missed on a lot of stuff. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that. They just, I mean, it all depends on who goes out there and say this player is a fit for this team they're trying to run. And it's all hit and miss in the NFL.
So what? Hold on. So what does it have to do with exposure? That's my point.
I understand your point, Coach. All I'm saying is that you're right. Deion done put his foot in his mouth too many times going out here. And the whole thing of it is that now everybody is trying to construe what's going on with the team. But I think you even said it earlier. What was it? In the springtime, you're gonna reserve your pick or your prediction because you want to see what the O-line play is. And I honestly agreed with that because what I saw in the spring game when I looked at it or went back and rewatched it, didn't on the first play of the game, offense was out there, didn't Shador get sacked?
The second, I think it was the second. I think Seton gave it up. Second or third place, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that, yes, you're right. Deion needs to just shut the hell up and just coach. What I'm saying is that you can't sit here and tell people this is what you're doing, and then when they see the product on the field, you almost feel like you've been sold a false set of goods.
Yeah, because remember this. All of the coordinators, I got to push on. I'm coming, y'all. I'm sorry. No, but here's what I'll just say. You got to remember this piece too, bro. Right? What a lot of people don't realize is all of those names that was floating around. The coach from Wisconsin, I forget his name. He was supposed to be coming. And this coach was coming. And Brian Leftwich was coming. And I'm not saying Prime said those names. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying all of those names came. And at the end of the day, you ended up with a Pat Shermer who was already on the staff and a no-name Rob Livingston. I've seen this movie. Bro, you ready? I'm going to tell you. You know who those people are? We had a Kevin Steele that was sitting on the couch, right? We went through all these names, and we ended up with a Kevin Steele who was sitting on the couch, and we ended up with a Josh Gaddis. I'm just telling you how this movie has been played already. It just.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm saying from Miami, but from Miami, we went through all these names of who's going to be there. And Kevin Steele had been sitting on the couch forever, and we took forever to hire a coordinator. We took forever to hire a coordinator on offense. And guess what? We hired all of the other coaches first. Then we hired a coordinator. We go get Josh Gaddis from Michigan because what? He decides to leave. But that's neither here nor there. Brother, thank you so much. I got to push on, man. I got to roll.
Nah, and keep it real, Coach. Like they said, they want you to go in on them. Don't do that. It's you done stated all this stuff to these people before, and now that they're jumping on the bandwagon of just trashing Colorado.
No, I'm not here to trash.
I don't have a dog in this fight. Yeah. They want you to bash them too, and it's just like, come on, man. We understand that you've been saying this. The people that realize what you were saying, and we actually are just objective to this situation. We saw all this coming.
Right. I've been saying, that's why I said I don't know what, and I know where Dre is coming from, but I mean, I'm not finna go in here. That's sorry, mother lover. I'm not doing that because I haven't done that on the other side. I've never done that. I don't do that to coaches, and I ain't gonna do it to player. Nah, I don't slap crystal ball around when not taking a knee, but I still didn't. I don't belittle them because it's not an easy job. But brother, I got to run.
Okay, that's fine. Just go on and get them Nike jerseys ready for Miami.
You know what? I'm gonna slap you around. How about that, you mother? Get your behind out of here.
Take care, Coach.
All right, brother. All right, man. 2896 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Yo, what's going on, man? You know I had to come back.
All right. Who am I speaking to again? Y'all gotta help me. Because remember, computer don't give names and it's just number.
Oh, John. John out of South Carolina.
All right, hold on, John. Because we be having deep conversations. Go ahead. You got a quick liner, and then we'll talk. I got some more people in the back.
Yeah, I'm just going to just give you a couple more bold stuff about this Colorado stuff.
Okay.
I usually agree with you on your assessments and whatnot, and your assessments are not wrong. I'm just going to disagree with you on this game with Colorado and Colorado State.
Talk to
I'm
me.
taking Colorado State for the upset.
Really?
I'm taking Colorado State for the upset. And this is my reasoning. I'm gonna make it real quick, and I
Go
just
for
got
it. Yeah.
2 more bold predictions I'm gonna give you, right? So the reason why I'm going with Colorado State is I believe that they will be able to control the clock with that running game. You just mentioned about how they ran the ball against Texas, and I
Right.
get it. They lost horribly, right? But that was Texas,
Yeah.
who just went into Michigan to put the beat down on Michigan, right? So there's no shame there. However, what stood out to me was the 4-point-something yards per carry that their running back had. Colorado struggles against the run. We all know this.
That's fair.
Colorado State is going to run that football. They still have that quarterback from last year. And if I ain't mistaken, they still have that wide receiver that gave them problems last year as well.
Mhm.
So they're not going to be completely out of it when it comes to passing the football. Not to mention, you got a couple of injuries in the secondary that's going to hurt them,
Okay.
right? So,
Mhm.
so that's why I'm taking Colorado State, and they upset over Colorado right now. Now, my other two.
Hold on.
bold statements, and
Excuse
I'm
me,
gonna be
John,
done.
real quick. Not them to cover the spread, but to win it. I just want to be clear.
Yeah, I'm taking them to win. I'm taking them to win.
Yeah,
They're
boy.
playing that. Yeah, they're playing that Colorado State now. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Bro, can I tell you something? I don't know how far Colorado State is from Colorado. It's probably not too far, probably a bus ride. If they lose that game, bro, this would have been the worst
What?
college football experiment to ever happen. I have to be honest with you.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I may be wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just
and-
saying if they lose that game, and I'm just speaking from hope. Maybe I'm not even speaking as a coach or a guy. I'm like, I just hope they win because I know if they lose this game,
yeah,
the remaining 8 games are torturous, bro. You can't come in there and spin it like they did. Well, this team is already on to the next game. Nebraska's behind us. You could spin this junk 30 ways from Sunday. But in that locker room, it's painful. You know how many kids, this their last year playing football, and they thought this opportunity was going to help them excel or succeed or get an opportunity to do something. My Lord, if they lose this game, it's going to be bad, bro.
And
Right.
listen, and this is my sentiment, and I'm gonna move on to my other 2 statements. And I'm gonna get about your way.
Right,
But to your point, this is why coaching matters. Colorado State coaching staff is going to scheme up Colorado big time, and Colorado does not have an answer for that running game yet. Now, what they can do on defense is just be like, listen, we got a blueprint. We're going to just. I know we don't have the size that Nebraska has, but what we can do is just say, you know what, we're going to just attack the line of scrimmage, and we're going to just make some plays at the line of, against Shedeur Sanders at the line of scrimmage, and we're going to let it be what it be. But I think that's Colorado's best way to make it happen. Now, to my other 2 bold statements, and I'm gonna get up out your way. The second bold statement is that I believe as good as Shedeur Sanders is as a quarterback and as good as Travis Hunter is as a player, I believe that they have plateaued them at the college level. I don't think they're going to get any better at the college level than what they are right now. They're really good.
That's true.
But
That's
they're
fair.
not going to get any better. I think they have plateaued.
You talking about Travis Hunter should do it? Yeah. I agree with that. Now that statement, I agree. And if people don't understand that statement, then they're not going to get better. They're going to continue doing what they've been doing. Shedeur going to throw some balls. I don't know if he can get the ball out of his hand fast enough. If you haven't fixed that over the summer, how are you going to fix that every 5 days, 6 days in practice? You're not. If you haven't broken that habit by now, you're not going to break that habit. You're not going to break that habit in 5 days because that's a mechanical thing. That's not like, changing up how you run this route. We're talking about that's mechanical. And if you haven't broken it over the summer, over the spring, all that throwing you've been doing, Your muscle memory not there. So it's just what it is. And if they lose to Colorado State, it's over, man. But go ahead, say your last piece, and I got to get on. I done lost my callers, man.
All right.
On it.
My bad. I'm making it real quick. All right, so my last piece is the 5-star lineman, Jordan Seaton, will transfer in the offseason. I think he leaves.
That's a fair statement, too. I have no problem with that. I think that's definitely a possibility. Yep.
Yeah, I think he leaves, and honestly, I think what's going to have to happen is Deion may have to revamp his at least his offensive coaching staff. You may not do it on the defense, but the offensive staff is going to be gone as well. So he's going to have to rebuild the offensive side of the football.
Can I ask a question? I just want to ask one question. I see my man T from Be More in the building. And T, listen to this. I know you can hear the show. I'm going to ask you the same exact question. Real quickly, John, if you don't mind. 2 different coordinators, basically 2 different staffs. The receiver coach is different. The O-line coach is different. The coordinator is different. The running back coach is the same, and the tight end coach is the same. But the tight end coach ain't even coaching nobody because he don't even be in the game. So he cool. Why are there 2 different, I'll just say coordinators, Sean Lewis, Pat Shermer, but it has the same feel? Let me put it that way. Why does it have the same feel? I won't say it's the same, but the same feel as last year. Can you explain that?
Okay. So quick explanation. Was Pat Shermer there last year?
He was.
Helping out? Okay. And did he call plays last year at the end of the tail in
I want to say the last 3 games, I want to say, after UCLA or something like that. I want to say 3 games, yes.
Okay. So here's my thing. Nobody wanted to come work with Coach Deion because they know that they're not going to get the support from Coach Deion that they believe that they should get. Here's the thing. If you look at what Mario Cristobal did, right, this year, right, when he brought in Coach Dawson and all them, he allowed them to bring in their staff who can teach their system the way that he wants it to be done. Coach Deion did not do that for his staff. He hired people who he wanted to come be on his staff, right? Coach Shermer does not want to run this system, but he is running this system mainly because this is what Coach Deion wants. So this is why you're seeing the same old thing. And so what's going to have to happen is Coach Deion is going to have to be willing to get out of his own way and allow another person to bring in, number one, their staff, to bring in their scheme, and let them run it their way. He cannot, and I repeat, he cannot over manage his football team. And what I mean by that is you can be the overseer, but what tends to happen is when you're the overseer, you start to get a little bit too handsy.
I got you.
Right?
So real quick, not to cut you off, I got to get to you on. But to your point, that was my whole point. That was my entire point in this deal was to say, you came here, it looks the same. You were here last year, supposed to be this great change, and it looks the same. But what you just said was you didn't hire your coaches. And when I tell people I've seen this movie already, I go back to my Mario Cristobal, man. Coach Cristobal.
Yep.
Before he hired Kevin Steele, everybody else was hired. Before he hired Josh Gaddis, everybody was hired. And those 2 guys came on. That has been kind of his MO. This year, he finally said, hey, Shannon Dawson, bring some people. Lance Guidry, you bring some people. And it helps you build it.
Right.
Bro, I've seen this movie. I keep telling you, it's just in gold and black this year. But last time it was in orange and green. Say your last piece, please, and I gotta get T from BMO.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what you're saying, at the end of the day, it's the same, mainly because, number one, he really didn't even change the offense. He really didn't change the offensive personnel per se. He just changed who was the head person. So what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to go ahead and start researching offensive coordinators that he can bring in, that he can allow them to run their system and allow them to do their thing. Otherwise, he's going to continue to have the same problem.
I'll say this. I'll say this, and I definitely got to run. I know I keep telling you this. I think Deion Sanders' success at the coordinator position is going to have to be from two unknown people. I don't know, and I know this is the nasty business of it. Do coaches take this job? And I think that's been the issue. Do coaches who have a name take this job, especially after they saw what happened to Sean Lewis? Does your agent urge you on to take this job? Or they say, man, let that junk go, bro. Don't mess with it. I'm just asking the question. It's rhetorical. I don't want to answer because we're talking and I want to get T on. We're gonna hold it till next week. But what I'm trying to tell you, or you can tell me pregame, what I'm trying to tell you is every job is not a good job. And I'm saying that to say, I'm not speaking of Colorado, I'm speaking about a lot of jobs, right? I know people don't want to hear this. The Michigan job wasn't a good job this year. Why? Look at the sanctions. Look what's about to happen.
Yep.
So Michigan within itself, yes, excellent job. But this particular year, don't take that job. Y'all finna get hit across the head, boy. Right?
Yep.
Colorado, same thing, right? Colorado was already a tough job. Now it's a job that, I'm gonna call it what it is. The coaching profession is laughing at. The coaching profession is laughing at Colorado. This coaching industry is laughing at that. Because all of this is going on, but at the end of the day, is one stat that matters, the win-loss column. And brother, I got to run. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Much love, man. Yes, sir. All right, we got T from Baltimore. If you would like to call in, go in and call in now. Before I go ahead and close the lines out, man, we already rocking and rolling. Plus, I got to go check on Michelle. T from Baltimore, what's up with you, baby?
What's going on, Coach? What's happening?
I'm chilling, man. What's going on with you?
Man, I don't know what my man Deion down there doing, brother. You know what's crazy is we talked about this before the season started.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling you when I was in my little coaching phase in my life,
mm-hmm.
How reality slapped me in the face and told me, man, you can't get these kids to do all these different blocking schemes and things like that. You got to go off the capability of the team.
That's right.
And you can only teach as fast as your slowest person can learn.
Mm-hmm.
So with that O-line, you can only go as it doesn't matter if four of them get it. If the fifth person don't get that blocking scheme, that zone block left, zone block right, that trap block or wham, whatever you try and run,
mm-hmm.
you can't do it.
Right.
And it's the one position in football that, the person can individually be nice. You can have a Jordan Seaton, but that don't mean you're gonna have a good O-line. Because they judge collectively as a group, as a unit.
Right.
And to answer your question, it's a saying that I told myself when I even got into coaching, as far as wanting to be a head coach,
mm-hmm.
is because I was coaching under a coach that wanted to play games with the game. And we were stomping the team out, Coach. I mean, we was murdering these kids. And you know what he did? He pulled off the starting quarterback, put a kid in that never played quarterback. He was just getting all kinds of kids in there, just doing his own thing. I said, hey, man, what you doing? He said, well, you know this kid. You asked him to play. I'm going to see what he got me to do. I said, but we in the middle of a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of low-key disrespectful, for one.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, this kid ain't never played quarterback before. You know what happened in the series of 3 plays?
Probably got hurt.
That kid broke his wrist, man.
Yep.
Never played football again.
Probably got hurt. Football gods will make you pay, dog. I tell people that all the time. The football gods will make you pay, bro. If you don't respect them, they will make you pay. And one thing about this game, you can't cut corners, bro. It will get you, man. It will get you. It will get you. But T, I'm a roll, man. I've been on this thing since 8:30. Let me get one more call in here. Yeah, I decided to do these, like I say, compile all these on Wednesday. Because if not, I'd be doing the same thing 3 days straight, man. So yeah, we'll make it happen.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: get them in while you can, because you might just be covering UCF and them Canes.
Let's go
after
Canes
this next weekend. Because if they go in there at Colorado State and lose,
bro, if they lose to Colorado State, it's
a wrap. There ain't no point in even talking about them no more, brother. You're gonna do one more show, one more celebratory show, the as a memorial to Coach Prime, and it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, y'all tough on them. That's tough right there, bro.
Mind you, they don't have Shiloh, they don't have Hayden.
I don't care, bro. They still should.
I know.
Yeah, but they still should. They should not. I ain't saying they will, but they should not lose this game. Even if you don't have those guys, you should not lose this game. Because apparently the Colorado faithful, without Shiloh and the rest of them guys, we held them to 0 points in the second half. So if you can hold Nebraska to 0 points in the second half, you should be able to hold Colorado State to a minimum. I ain't going to say 0, but come on. Right? You didn't have Shiloh the second half. You didn't have Hodge. I don't know when he got hurt, but they were out at some point. So my point is, without those players, you still held Nebraska to 0 point. So come on, man. I still believe. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. They lose this week. I don't believe no more. I believe I'm gonna be the hell up out of them. That's what I believe.
You know why they held them to 0 points in that second half, Coach?
I don't want to know. I know what you're about to say, but I don't care.
You know, as a coach, why that happened. Because if you was on that sideline in Nebraska up 28-0, you telling them, we are Republicans, and this is a conservative offense. And guess what? We're gonna run this thing, and we might throw on 3rd and 10. It's iffy.
I hear you.
And you know that. And not to mention, they had a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, called back off a holding call.
They did. They did have a long one called back. Yeah. And even the commentators say, man, that was a pancake block. 44-36 coming to you in 1 second. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So it's not like the defense just blanked them and they ain't get no more yards.
Yeah.
Nah, they was in there to burn clock and get out of there. That man got a freshman quarterback that got all the confidence in the world. He was not putting them out there to try to stomp Colorado. They not there yet. Nebraska ain't there. And you know what's crazy, Coach? I just want to say this before I get off, because I hear a lot of Colorado fans right now backtracking and saying, well, it's only one game and this, that, and the third. It's just, Nebraska got 2 guys who's going to the NFL.
Y'all got 10. What difference do it make? Y'all got 10 guys going to the NFL. Get out of here with that, man. Fuera aquí, man. Fuera aquí.
So this the thing. If you played them last year and you smacked them last year, you smacked this team. It's the same team you smacked around last year, almost figuratively and literally. It's the same team. And then you go to their place and it's not even a game.
Hold on. I'm gonna just say this out there. You smacked them around last year, as they said, and you had no draft picks. These are the same 2 guys, right? All these drafts that came this year, and y'all said y'all got rid of all them players, and we got now 10 to 12 draft picks. And a boy to them corn, man, and ran you through that cornfield. You know, if you run through a cornfield, you're gonna be cut up, right? You know them things sharp, man. Man, they ran. Man, let me get about. They ran the boys through that, man.
Oh, and the last thing, to answer your question that you asked the last call.
Oh, I did, yes.
It's called commander's intent. That's what we call it in the military.
Okay.
It's called commander's intent. And Dion is the commander. And the intent is for his best players, his son and Travis, on offense, to be the feature of the offense. And everybody else, I ain't gonna say it's window dressing, but it's not that deep. And that explains the simplicity of the offense.
I love it, man. I'll kill him. Oh, it is what it is.
Crazy, brother. But I see you at the ACC championship, brother. Y'all just keep that train moving. Don't slip, don't stumble, don't fall. stay tall, brother.
Hey, y'all
stay
do
tall with the change.
y'all do the
And I'll
same
see
thing.
you solid.
Do me a favor, baby. Don't hit no pitfalls. That's all I'm gonna say. 4436 coming to you next. Call and talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Yo, what's up, Coach Hayes? This is Adrian from Atlanta, man. I'm not gonna even keep you long because I know you've been
You
grinding.
good, baby. Hey, I put it to you like this. You the last caller. Hold on, let me lock this. You've been super patient back there.
The conference has been locked.
You've been super patient. Rock on, brother. Rock on with your bad self.
Yes, sir. I got two quick things for you, Coach, and then I'm gonna let you out.
All right.
Number one, last game, Colorado game, that body language was very telling, Coach. I don't want to put no theory out there, but you seeing Travis Hunter throwing tantrums. You're seeing your quarterback leaving the game early, even though he's been on the sideline for 5 minutes past that hit. You know, the body language was very telling. That's my concern with this Colorado team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a little bit of quit in that team. What's your thoughts with that?
Like I said, I'll call it early. I think it was a lot of disappointment. I don't want to say it's quit right now. I'm gonna tell you this though: they lose to Colorado State, you're gonna see some quit. You're gonna see some. You're gonna see some hot heads, boy. Even if the performance against Colorado State, last year, like I felt last year, they shouldn't even been in that situation with a Colorado State because the 1-11 team. Wasn't it 1-11 team? Isn't that the team they beat, the Colorado State team?
That was the one game they won.
Right. So you in a shootout with doggone the 1-11 team. Oh, the 1-11 team. We were 1-11. Well, the one team you did beat was Little Brother, and you're in a nail biter with them, which I didn't think they should have been, but it happens. It's football. Right. I get it. This year,
that's the game.
Everybody telling me we got these 10. Bro, even if you got 7 or 5, I don't think they had that many, but that's fine. You should not be in a dog fight with these people. That's why I'm giving it 21 points. I listen, I don't give out gambling advice, but 7.5 should be an insult to Colorado. I would have 7. If I'm Deion Sanders, I would post 7.5 all over. I don't care where it is. I would print 1,000 sheets of paper with 7.5 on it and post it all over in the middle of the field. I don't care where. Anywhere they got some tape, I could tape it up. 7.5.
He should take all their jersey numbers like he did when he first got there and put 7.5 as their jersey number.
Something. Whatever I got to do.
Right.
7.5.
All right. And my second point, Coach, and then I'm out.
Sure.
I'm tired of these Colorado fans talking about the exposure piece as to why a high school kid or a transfer portal kid should go to Colorado. Stop talking about exposure. The only exposure are the 2 cheeks that Deion exposes when he gets whacked by these teams that are better coached than him. That's it. These kids are coming. These kids are going to Athens, Georgia to play for Kirby because they're wearing these other teams out. They go to Alabama to go wear some teams out. That's good exposure.
Did you say cheeks?
Exposure.
Did you say cheeks?
I'll catch a slap if I need to, Coach.
I'll give you one.
I'll catch a slap.
Just because you said cheeks.
It's your call. It's your show.
Listen, I just gave you a slap because you said cheeks. Hold on, one more back in. Did you say Deion? Did you say Deion is exposing his cheeks?
Coach, they got to stop with this exposure. You know, if you're not winning, people ain't watching like that. People are gonna pay attention just because. I get Colorado's ratings are cool and good, but in the long run, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
Right.
All right, Coach.
Real quick,
I'm out,
hold on, real quick for you. I want to make sure we stand corrected. If this is factual, El Hombre Negro says no. The 1-11 Colorado team didn't play Colorado State that season. They beat Cal, a Pac-12 team. Well, that's even damn worse. You beat a Pac-12 team and you didn't beat Colorado State. But thank you, El Hombre Negro.
I'll be honest, Coach. I didn't watch a 1-11 Colorado team, so shout out to El Hombre and go Dogs.
I ain't watched Colorado since the 90s. Let's go. Did you say go Dogs on here? Get out of here with that foolishness, man.
Peace, Coach.
All right, brother. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, good call right there. Man, like I say, Gerald D, when you gonna call in one day? Huh? I've been missing you, dog. Where you been, dog? When you gonna call in, Gerald D? Huh? So quiet now, ain't you? I put Shine out there. He ain't shining too bright no more. He used to be in the chat. He ain't shining that bright no more. I went over, shout out to Big Tiger and them. I went over there, man. Chef Jerome said he gonna come through after this week 3. Put him on the grill right quick. Slow roast him, put an apple in his mouth. Put him in the kitchen. Maybe Big Tiger will come too. Hey, why you clowning Coach Prime? Nobody clowning Coach Prime. Ain't nobody clowning. I don't want to know when you gonna call in, Gerald D. Doing all that talking. But with that being said, come hang out with Coach. We in the building, baby. Come hang out with old Coach, man. Huh? We in the building. Come hang out with Coach and make that thing happen, man. Come on, Coach Prime. Get this thing right. I need you to get it right. Stop tripping. We got a big time party coming up. Oh, you know it's time to go. The cane juice empty. Nope. So, again, let me put this back up. I don't know why I'm tripping. So anyway, we got the party coming up here. September 27th, that's a Friday before the Colorado and UCF game, man. Come check it out if you're in the Orlando area, Central Florida area, you want to come hang out downtown the night before the game. All of the Colorado Buffalo parents have been invited. 39 have currently signed up on the list to show up. They'll be there tonight. That night. Come hang out with us, man. Maybe you can talk to them, take pictures, whatever the case may be. We're just having a good time, man. It's going to be a night. It's a beautiful venue. It's outside, inside, 3 different bars. They got food, everything. The ticket's only $15, I think, right now. But if not, go check it out right here at CoachHayesFootball.com, or you can go to buffstoorlando.eventbrite.com and check it out as well, man. Like I said, that's where we are with it. And like I said, they'll be coming through, and we'll be making it happen. I appreciate y'all for coming by. We're going to do the pregame, postgame, so make sure y'all check that out. If you're not a member, go ahead and become a member. Hit the join button. We'll be in the locker room watching the games and all of the games. I think we're going to start watching something tomorrow. Somebody play tomorrow. The Dolphins, huh? We're going to throw the Dolphins in the really flawed. You might have to come see a real team play. Leave them Steelers alone. Come watch the Dolphins and the Buffaloes play. The Buffaloes. The Boofs. The Dolphins versus the Boofs. We show you a real team. You leave them Steelers alone and them Longhorns. Something about Longhorns and Steelers. Something wrong with them. I got to check her temperature. Something wrong with them. But anyway, with all that being said, like I say, we in the building. We're going to definitely make it happen. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we out of here. Y'all go check it out. And we out of here. Peace. All the information in the description below, too. At Jetty 50. Y'all go check out that doggone Good, Bad, and Ugly as well. Stop playing around. Peace. Hey, Michelle. Come here, baby. Yeah, I'm off air now. Michelle. Uh-huh. Yeah. Come on over here. 2:45. Wait a minute. What you doing? Oh. What?